Hello, welcome back to Pixelgamia. Welcome back to our joining the GamerGar community Let's Play. Picking up where we left off. We are starting day 3. We will go ahead and take our quest. We still need to cultivate and harvest a parsnip and craft a furnace. We have good luck today. It is raining, so we do not have to do any watering. What I'm going to do is walk around and pick up some tree seeds. Because seeds do actually just fall from the ground. I'm also going to cut a couple of trees just to clear a little bit more of the main area before we start fishing. I will actually cut this whole one down just because. Take that. Clear that out. I said just clearing a little bit of farm. So it's a little easier to walk around. And picking up some more seeds while we're at it. Cut this pine tree down. The other reason we want to do this is because we want to make sure that we have at least a couple of field snacks ready for day 5. And because fishing doesn't use tons, especially with a couple levels in it, of energy per cast, we can still do a good amount of fishing. Let's go ahead and cut a couple more of these. And then we'll cut down 1 or 2 more of the oak trees. Those are the ones we currently have the least number of seeds. So that would make the most sense. And we also just want to get more foraging experience while we're at it. Because we want to level up our skills. There we go. Beautiful. That's an oak seed, so might as well take that. Now we have 4 oak seeds. We're going to build another chest while we're at it too. I'm going to use that chest to start sorting key items. For example, I'm going to put the bream, smallmouth bass, the dandelion, spring onion, basically anything I think I might need for the first couple bundles. I'm going to go ahead and make 4 field snacks. We'll use those on day 5 for the mines. Put away some wood. Go ahead and put that away. Put our tools away for today. And now we'll go get our new rod. And then what we're going to do is go up to the mountain lake. And we're going to go fishing. Well, what we might do first is do a little bit of ocean fishing if the item that's generated, there's a special bait in 1.6 for like fish-specific bait to help increase getting certain fish. When I did my first run of this that I mentioned in day 2's video, I had to redo because of some audio issues. When I did that, on day 3, I got a particular special bait that I want. Do I get it again? Yes, I do. Okay. So if that's the case, I actually had enough money to buy it all the way up. We definitely want to use the largemouth bass bait first. And then we're just going to buy whatever regular bait we can after that. Largemouth bass is by far the most valuable mountain lake fish. And it's still easier overall to catch than some of the other fairly valuable early game fish. For example, I could try to catch the catfish today down here in the river. There are some people who can manage it if they get lucky RNG. There is no way in God's green earth that I'm going to be one of those people. You know, we're level 2 foraging. Love to see that. The other thing I actually wanted to do, I'm going to have to double back and go home and waste a little bit of time, but it's alright, is I wanted to bring a chest over here because this is going to be my main fishing spot. However, I wanted to look for forageables anyway, so right now what we're going to do is we're just going to fish right here into those bubbles, since I saw them. Largemouth bass are tricky enough with only level 2 fishing that I'm not going to get a lot of perfects, but I should catch a lot of them with the special bait. They're still worth good experience even without the perfects, and they're valuable for being not terribly difficult. So they are by far the best fish to catch. Now again, it doesn't give 100% bite rate, especially here in like the shallower, lower tier waters. But it definitely, as you can see, vastly increases the chances. Alright, well, we got a Joja Cola. That's actually not bad to get early game, because it will give us a little bit of energy back. More importantly, gives us a small speed buff for what, like 30 seconds? Yeah. That'll actually help us get back to... Oh, I can't get that. It'll help us get back to the farm a little bit faster. Joja Cola's early game are actually more handy than people give them credit for. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to drop one largemouth bass in there of regular quality. We're going to drop... for now, I'll put that leek in there. I'll probably change it out for a less expensive value one if I get it from that other drop. Then we're going to put these ones away for now. Put all those away. Grab that to make a chest. Put our remaining 40 wood away. Anything else I want to bring with me? I don't think so. Could bring the green algae just to have some emergency food, but we're probably going to get quite a few carps, which don't sell for a ton, so it's easy to use them for emergency energy as well. Excuse me. Let's grab this artifact spot while we're up here, or I'll hit the wrong spot. We got some coal. Good. You need coal early game. And you always need coal, really. Run your machines. Now, the other thing I forgot to do, check to see what my settings are set to. Problem is, I want to zoom out the map so I can see for bubbles a little better. But if I do that, the fishing minigame is actually linked to the map zoom, not to your UI zoom, as I discovered. So it actually means it'll be harder to see the minigame if I do that. Now I'm playing on a big enough TV in place of a regular monitor. I could probably afford to do it. but I don't really want to. Shoot. Come here, you. Okay. It actually eventually worked out well. 46 experience. Nice. We got an artifact and a geode. We're going to go ahead and put those away. I'll hang on to the fish for now because I'll probably catch more of them with the bait that I still have some of. And they'll likely be the same quality at this level. Unless I get lucky and get a perfect. Which I almost did there, but I wasn't quite fast enough. So, I'm not going to cut much out of these. If I do a really long menu overhaul, I'll cut that out so you don't have to sit through those. But otherwise, I'm just going to show you what happens as it happens. This is very much going to be a watch-along. It is not in a heavily edited series. I'm going to do some heavily edited type series. I'm actually working on one as we speak, but I saw GamerGar had started this and thought it was a neat idea and was just going to play along offline, and I'm like, well, I'm already planning to do Stardew content on the channel, so why not blend the two together? And it gives me a game to play in place of Mario. I am going to go back and finish Mario eventually. Mario 64, but it is very hard and I'm not a big fan of it. So I'm just going to finish it for completely saying that I did sake. So in the meantime, I'll play that in the background, and that way days that it frustrates me and I don't want to play it as much, it doesn't affect the time of when these videos come out, which are already a little behind. Or were at the time that I decided to do this instead. Oh, I used my last piece of bait. I'm not going to waste the energy though, so I'll leave the cast. It'll take longer to get a bite, and it won't be a largemouth bass bite likely, but it's okay. We got half a dozen or more of them today anyway. The fish moved, and so now I'm definitely going to go for that chest, which I was probably going to go for anyway, but it's the only bonus experience I'm getting now, so there's definitely no reason not to. A lot of times carps don't even move, but every once in a while they decide to, and when they do, it's kind of annoying. On the plus side, the chest gave us 2 geodes, which is pretty good. We got 3 fishing geodes today, so that's pretty awesome. And now that we've gotten our first fishing rod upgrade, we don't... Next thing's not until we get tool upgrades, but we're going to have to do... Even with our little mini quarry, we're not going to get enough. We're not going to get enough copper together to need to worry about buying those right away. We're still going to have to wait till the mine opens on day 5 either way for those. So we might as well... You jerk. We might as well use the money for something else. Nice, we got level 3 fishing. Fantastic. I feel sluggish from overexertion. That's unfortunate. I didn't mean to do that. I forgot I hadn't eaten. Now, it won't affect us tomorrow because of our level up, but it will affect us somewhat today, so we got to be careful with that. Even after you eat, you're not super slow, but you're slower, I think, when you're sluggish, even after you eat. I think what I might do is I'll fish here until 7. When the largemouth bass stop being possible for the day. Without the specialized bait, we may not even see another one, but we might, so... I'd rather try to get another one if I can. after we hit 7 o'clock, since we're sluggish and almost out of energy a second time, I will move on to probably some late night foraging. So actually, I'll probably catch what I think this is another largemouth, and then we'll call it there. Because energy's so low, and there's no point in wasting a fish for one more catch. And we have just enough room to take everything home with us today, so that's good. The reason I like to use that, put my fishing chest there, by the way, is that pier, little sort of makeshift pier I was standing on. Once you get high enough level to be able to go for the legend, which there's 5 legendary fish that you can only catch once per save. One of them in the spring, for people who don't know, is the legend, is his name. You catch him in that lake, but you have to get your rod cast. You have to be level 10 fishing, even try. And you cast your rod to a certain section of the lake, or in as close as you can to it. And the section that applies to is, put 1 chub in there, 45 gold. You know what? I will just catching well, we're going to start catching iridium carps soon anyway, so we'll put the gold one in there, just so we have one of everything that might be important. But I find that spot is a pretty reliable spot to get the legend. Because of how far it lets you cast out with the little jut out there that I was standing on. So that's why I prefer to use it. I'm actually going to sell that leak because I want some more money right now. So the other thing I'm going to do is grab those, organize that. We've already got some largemouth in there. So yeah, we got 8 or 9, close to 10 largemouths today, so we did good. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab these algae and my pickaxe. And algae are easy enough to get again later, so we'll eat these. I'll save 1 just in case I don't need it. I'm going to come down here and check to see what's restocked in here. So far, not much. Also, I need to fix those or we won't get more spawns on them. Grab a couple more seeds while we're down here. Eat that. I'm going to go check my seed count. I think what I need right now is the maple seeds. Memory serves. I think I have at least 1 of the other ones left. No, I actually have 1 of everything now, so let's go ahead and make another field snack, and I'm actually going to use that one. Sorry for the break-in vocal there. Had a bit of a coughing fit. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take that out so I know it's there. I'm going to put these away in the key item chest tomorrow. And I'm going to cut a couple of these other trees down, because the reason I grabbed the other pine cones is because mainly so it reminds me which one I already had. I didn't get a seed from that oak tree. That's unfortunate. I didn't get one from that either. Also unfortunate. Yeah, we do use a little bit less energy cutting these now too, which helps. I'm having rotten luck getting seeds from these. Now what I'm going to do is just walk around as best I can and shake a couple of trees, because you can also just shake the trees and sometimes get seeds from them. I'm going to try that, see if I can get any seeds that way. The other thing is, you'll usually notice you get far more pine seeds than anything else. What kind of seed is that? Maple. Give it to me. Thank you. You only need to shake them once. You'll either get something or you won't. You don't need to sit there and shake them all day. I think that's telling me there's a seed there. Or is that the tree? He keeps disappearing on me. Oak tree, stage 0. Thank you. We'll make one more of those. I'm actually going to use right now. Let me cut down a couple more trees. Try to get a couple more seeds. Sometimes they'll drop 2 seeds, which will make up for the one we used and still give us another one. Or I'll just get no seeds today, apparently, for whatever reason. It was a little bit unfair, but okay. Plus, I need more wood anyway, so it's not a bad idea. There we are. And we'll call it a day there. So that we get to bed before 2 a.m. I don't really have any gold to lose, so it doesn't matter as much. But I just like to if I can. So, with that, we'll put those away. But tomorrow is likely just going to be a clear the farm day. Although I might go fishing some more too. We'll see. We got level 2 foraging and level 3 fishing, which is fantastic. We made over 1,000 gold on those fish. And I want to try to have 2,000 available on day 5 or 6 to try to get my pickaxe upgraded early. Make it easier to get further in the mines for more resources. That's a tomorrow and beyond problem. For now, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, comment, join the Discord server in the description. We will see you next time for more Stardew Valley community playthrough. Peace out.